Here in Reno, top-seeded Brianna Cote looks for her first career major and Player of the Year. Shannon O'Keefe is one of 4 bowlers who stand Brianna's way. She has a shot at Player of the Year as well. It's an incredible season-ending show on the PWBA Tour from Reno, Nevada. This is the historic National Bowling Stadium in Reno. Today it hosts the final event of the 2021 PWBA Tour season, the Tour Championship. 5 bowlers here hoping to win the 3rd major of the year, and with it $50,000. Stepladder bowling today. We start with 2-time reigning Player of the Year, Shannon O'Keefe, trying for her 5th major against Tour Rookie of the Year, Stephanie Zavala. 3rd seeded Diana Zavjalova has won 2 career majors. 2nd seeded Shannon Plahowski, the only lefty on the show. On the top seed, Brianna Cote tries for her first major at the same time with her first Tour Player of the Year award. Welcome, bowling fans, to Reno, the National Bowling Stadium. Great to have you with us. Dave Ryan alongside the Hall of Famer Kelly Kulick. Whew. Kelly, I mean, wow, happy Halloween to us. We have a chance to crown Player of the Year and a major champion all in one show.
Yeah, Dave, in our first opening event, we have the oldest person, Shannon, at 40, in her 40s, going against Stephanie Zavala, the youngest at 25, and already secured Rookie of the Year. But both women are going to have their work cut out for them as they work up the step ladder to go against Brianna Cote, who's been dominant in this building all week long.
Such a big day for women's sports. Carly Lloyd, the tremendous, legendary soccer player, plays her last game for the national women's team, and it means a lot for the bowlers out here as well today.
Yeah, Carly Lloyd retiring, and again, Shannon O'Keefe, with that legendary status that she secured, is paving a way for the younger athletes, for Stephanie Zavala, Shannon Plahowski, Brianna Cote as well. We've had so many successors. We're going to mention Joyce Deitch and Elaine Hagan as well, who have been such big advocates for women's sports. I look forward to an exciting telecast.
Let's break down the playing conditions for today. Here in Reno, time now for Future for the Sport Oil Pattern.
Thanks, Dave. The women are going to be bowling on a 40-foot pattern that we bowled on all week long. 2 types of oil, terrain and current. As you can see, this block of blue, I want you to imagine a heavier volume here in the middle. It was about a 4-to-1 ratio, higher scoring for sure. Brianna's going to play straighter down here, as well as Miss Plahowski on the left side, but look for the other ladies to start curving the ball left to right, especially Stephanie Zavala. She's going to utilize all of the lane and hook at that 1-3 pocket. High scores to be determined in this telecast.
High scores. We love it. Time to bowl here in Reno.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our number 4 seed from Downey, California, Stephanie Zavala.
From just outside LA. Huge, lifelong Dodger fan. And what a season for the youngster. Rookie of the Year. Trying to add to the accolades. But what a matchup against the 2-time reigning Player of the Year, Shannon O'Keefe. Future Hall of Famer. We start with a strike.
Shannon O'Keefe.
She's won this event twice. 2017, 2019. Last time it was held in Richmond. Remember our In the Racing Car on-camera open, Kel, for that one?
It was a fantastic show in the bowling pin.
Awesome.
Some great memories down there in Virginia. New memories tonight here in the stadium.
Great memories for Shannon, that's for sure. Right lane for Shannon. Here we go. Nice start. Pulverizes the pocket.
Shannon, she's fighting a little bit of a hip injury, but with her 4-step approach, gets the ball in the swing very, very late. Again, height of the backswing here, head looking forward, and she uses all of her legs to really drive into that slide. Watch her right knee tuck on behind, and of course her famous extended follow through all the way to her back.
Comes in a touch high. And the 3-6-10 up for Shannon O'Keefe.
Traditionally, this pair all week long, when the ladies came over for the telecast and Bowl TV, the left lane did hook more. So I'm sure curious hearing the tour reps talk to the ladies. You're going to see the women migrate even further inside on that left lane than they will on the right.
Shannon can win Player of the Year again if she places 4th or higher. And Cote finishes as the runner-up in her one match, the title tilt here today in Reno. It is a possibility. First, got to take out the Rookie of the Year and has a spare. The player rolls a 300 game during today's telecast will receive a $10,000 bonus courtesy of GoBowling.com. Visit GoBowling.com to find local bowling centers, get tips from the pros, and for all the latest news and information about your favorite sport, bowling.
And no 300 games during match play on this pattern, but possibility we might see one today. Lots of 279s, 280s, 289s, and better.
When you broke down the future for the sport, you said high scores. However, this is a tough split to deal with for the Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, the tour reps might say this is kind of like a slow response. The ball is really taking a long time for it to migrate to the pocket. Front start to go away. There's more friction in the front. See, it's getting slower and slower, trying to use its energy to get back. Leaves that light 2-10 split.
Tough conversion. Let's see what the 25-year-old has in mind here. Just a 2, not the 10. She wrapped up the Tour Rookie of the Year after qualifying at the Pepsi Classic, part of the Fall Classic. 3 events here in Reno. And Kelly, you competed?
I did. I had a great week in this building,
For
Dave.
sure.
Yeah, feel very proud of my performance. Made the telecast, finish 4th, just outside the show for the second one, and had a good showing. The women scored much better than I did. I was a little late to the show, but great to be here tonight to focus on the women in front of the camera and the success they've had.
Stephanie won the Reno Classic. Julia Bond won the Pepsi Classic. She's here watching. And a great shot for the Rookie of the Year.
And Stephanie started the match, so she's going to have to finish on that right lane. And I did watch her in practice. It proved to be a little tricky for her, hence that trick-or-treat type of notion today for Happy Halloween.
Spooktacular. Did you think about a costume for today? Were you going to dress up for the on-camera?
I was going to wear my bowling jersey. I could go as a bowler. I should have just wore my jersey.
But you are a bowler.
I know.
You're a legendary bowler already. Back to Shannon O. Nice shot. 1-3 pocket. Crushes the rack.
10 straight back. Excellent. You'll watch her on the left lane. She's going to be much deeper on the left lane. Shannon's big in her coaching where she's at the Bearcats. Right around 13 at the arrow. So again, those indicators are 40 to 43 feet. That's the 8 board right there at that marker. The women had some room a little bit. Some Stephanie Zavala could get it back from 6-7. Others could kind of shove 10, 11, 12. Multiple styles made the show for the telecast.
She's got a shot to win a 3rd straight. Not awarded in 2020 due to COVID. Looks for a 3rd strike early on. Yeah. She's off to a great start.
Yes, she is. Almost the same zone. So I said mention the 8 board. Shannon splitting boards right now, hitting the exact same target, just slightly deeper again that left lane. Went high the last time, made the adjustment, 10 straight back.
Long grueling event. We talked with Stephanie last night about bowling in these 3 tournaments. Of course, the finale, the Tour Championship. She said, yeah, mentally, physically, I'm pretty tired, but I'm ready. Take on Shannon O'Keefe. That's a good shot. Good ball reaction, 1-3 pocket. Nice smile. Despite the disastrous start for Stephanie in this event.
Yeah, Dave, okay, imagine this. You averaged 251 for the last 8 games of match play to go from 1 position into 4th for the show. And your first game out of the gate was 96.
Not a 196, not a 296, a 96.
And I was only 1 pair away. I witnessed it. I think she only had 1 mark in the 10 frames. She went from minus 104. I think she shot 260 and the bonus was maybe -5. And now she's on the telecast.
Incredible. To cut it to 2. Comes in high and the 3-6 up.
Yeah, this pair is again a little bit tricky. These lanes have not been used. So she's at the same break point as Shannon O'Keefe is. She likes to hit the ball. Her repetition is hit, smack, post. So she really likes to catch all the rotation on the ball at the bottom of her swing with her hand. She leaves the 3-6 spare.
It's her big motto: hit, smack, post. Talked about it Rohnert Park before the U.S. Women's Open. Made that show. And again last night. Her theme has her mark. So the scenarios, we talked about Shannon O'Keefe. What does she have to do? Got to win this match. Brianna Cote is the runner-up in her one match because she's the top seed, only bowling in the title match here tonight. Brianna Cote wins the tournament or O'Keefe loses.
It wasn't even on Brianna's radar, to be honest with you. She's
I thought
so
that was impressive last night.
Yeah, so focused on winning a major title, the $50,000 prize fund, but just she dominated. When I said in the opening, high 3-6-10 for Shannon. Lanes are getting a little tricky with the 20 minutes of practice the women started with. Let's see, she was vying for that 8 board at the break point, around 40 to 43 feet. This one looks a touch inside. Yeah, you could see right there, she's really right over the tracer, so she's 2 boards inside. And on a challenge condition, a sport condition like this, 2 boards can mean an even larger impact on the ball reaction. She knew it too.
Told us last night, Kel, about some internal struggles she's had. We talked about the hip injury. A lot of meetings with her sports psychologist of late here in Reno. A couple of lunches to break things down, and feels really confident and comfortable. And she said, look, I'm so thrilled to be on this show. I'm going to have fun out here today. But look, you know Shannon as well as anyone. I've called a lot of her matches. She is a absolute fierce competitor.
Yeah, she's a tigress. And go back to the scenario of the U.S. Open, Dave, not that long ago, but Stephanie Zavala beat her in the last game to get in the telecast, and Shannon just outside the number, finishing 6th there. So this is a really big rematch right now.
Shannon's got to win to keep the hopes alive for Player of the Year again. There's a 7-pin. Are you looking for some great PWBA gear? Then visit the official online store of the PWBA at shoppwba.com. Gear up, Kelly. How's your gear supply? You have enough?
I do. I do.
Some.
Very proud to wear that logo.
Christmas is coming up. You know, you can send me some if you like.
I got to put you on my list, Dave.
Okay. 7-pin cross lane, got that for Shannon O'Keefe. Close match though, match number 1. So much at stake. Shannon wants to keep the hope alive for Major and Player of the Year all in one show against Rookie of the Year.
Welcome back, fans. In this opening match, Shannon O'Keefe has a 10-pin lead over Stephanie Zavala. But waiting in the sidelines is Diana Zabialova, looking to see who she's going to face in this next match. Diana, my question to you, at the U.S. Open, you talked a lot about your mental health. What has changed from the end of the U.S. Open to getting you seated on the telecast today for the Tour Championship?
Nothing really has changed. I'm just trying to keep the same mindset I had at the U.S. Open. I threw phenomenal shots at the U.S. Open. The pinches didn't fall my way, so I'm just hoping this time they're going to fall a lot more.
Okay, and for the fans, short hair or long hair, which one do you love?
I like both.
All right, Diana, welcome back. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Thanks, Diana. She looks awesome. Glasses, too.
Yeah, she said she missed her long hair. So
right.
she great
got
style.
that all done in Latvia. She went home to her native country. A couple of weeks, she told us what a huge relief it was. Hadn't been home a year plus because of COVID. Spent as much time as she possibly could with the family. Now she's waiting for the winner of this match. And what a match we've got between the rookie and reigning Player of the Year. Zavala resumes off the break, crossing over. Almost at a Brooklyn strike, leaves the 6-pin.
Yeah, I think for Stephanie, the scores got better as there was more traction from the straighter players and creating that friction zone that we often talk about in the telecast. She's right around 19-20. Shannon's getting it to 8. She's right on that indicator at 10. You know, we'll talk about some accuracy that she has for a high rev rate player, but the ball is just not getting clearly down the lane. It's only 40 feet. The oil front load was only to about 27, 30 feet, just half the lane. Might be a ball change coming up here soon.
Has a 6-pin. The folks are here. Estella, Armando, brother Chris. Family has made the trip from LA, flew in today. course, Roanoke Park in the San Francisco Bay Area for the U.S. Women's Open. Won by Josie Barnes, taking home the all-time women's bowling record, $100,000 payday. This is for 50 grand today on the line. Big prize money at stake.
Trips the 4-pin. That one much more aggressive with her legs, really hitting and smacking through it. Her mantras of her physical game. You could see she just really drove into that last shot. The ball speed was about 0.2 to 0.3 miles an hour faster. Just slightly right of that indicator. Heavy rolling forward. She trips a nice 4-pin. Look at her left leg. Her right trail leg almost fouls on the opposite lane. And amazes me watching how she gets from the back of the approach to the foul line in 4 steps. And they are 4 giant steps.
Back to Shannon. Back to a strike. Big shot to keep this very interesting.
She likes the right lane. Again, she's at that 12-13 zone, 7-8 at the break point. You can see the ball starting to transition. Ball continues to split the 8-9. Really excellent ball reaction right now.
Head coach, McHenry University Bearcats, got the Bearcat colors on as always when she performs on TV. Only player to win this event twice, which started in 2015 with a relaunch of the PWBA Tour. She said it was a player to watch out for. Cassidy Curry, a transfer from Mount Mercy, will be a great collegiate bowler for her team this year. That's a great shot at ringing 10-pin. What are you going to do?
It was just slightly more firmer, more speed, more fast. It's slightly to the right. And Shannon said she's worked on her hand being softer. But you can see she accelerates a little bit more. You're going to watch it go a little bit further to right. She's at that 6-7 zone. Ball comes screaming back. 6-pin wraps itself around the 10. This pattern was forgiving. You could miss more often to the right down the lane and still get the ball back to the pocket. Not so much inside, but the misses were still capable of striking. Again, Stephanie Zavala on this right lane in the 8th frame, down 11 pins, really struggling on this right lane, and she's going to have to finish on here. So I hope she finds something with this adjustment. If she's going to stick with the same ball, make a change. Crucial shot right here, setting herself up for the next 2 frames ahead.
Win probability. Shannon is out in front right now, subject to change. Stephanie told us last night, #1 goal was to win Rookie of the Year. She's done that. Now looking for a major.
Gotta hurry.
Does.
Straight back. Yeah, Stephanie, I sometimes struggle to figure her game out because I watch her ball reaction sometimes and it isn't the greatest, and then she makes a shot like that and it just looks great. So again, 4 steps. Her back foot is coming here, so she's sliding this full distance, which really is more of a plant. And then because the ball gets in the swing and her steps being so large, her body gets away from the ball. They might call it a little bit of lag, and has so much power coming forward to the bottom of her swing.
Back scores. 1-pin match. Foundation frame. Looking for 3 in a row. Got a lead. Not quite.
Flat 10. Great camera angle from the bottom there. Really see the path of the ball traveling down the lane. From the top, even deeper, 22, again to 8. I mean, that's a huge angle. Going 21, 22 at the hours, I mean, your laydown point has to be about 27, 28, as much rotation as she has. Extreme angle covering a lot of the lane. Pocket shot, 10-pin. Easy conversion.
Here we go, Kel. Maybe want to finish in our first match.
I know we have a long way to go, but this is good for Shannon. This is what she needs.
A loss, and Brianna Cote is the player of the year. A win for Shannon keeps her hopes alive.
It should come down to this last event.
Absolutely. And
we should be crowning a champion based on the finale of it. It's got to push.
Okay, comes in high, leaves a lot.
3, 6, 9, 10. Tough spare with a sleeper pin behind. Now we have a match again, Dave. No one can run away with it. But watch here, hand gets really quick. The ball does not project to the right. It's a little bit early, so even though it's roughly in the same zone, it's further on the inside. And again, 2 to 3 boards can make a huge difference. High head pin hit, 3-6-9-10.
Big shot, lots of cover, does so. That was enormous for Pincom.
So down by 2 here. If Shannon strikes out, she will force Stephanie Zavala to double and 9 in the 10th frame in order to win.
You saw just the one open frame so far. The second for Zavala. Every shot, huge from here on in. 10 pin stands.
Shannon is a marksman too. No, I mean that she's so accurate. She's so consistent. She puts her heart and soul in all her practices. I mean, you're watching her split boards pretty much. The women are 85% effective hitting the pocket, and their consistency over time. 10 pin spare. Still makes Stephanie show up in the 10th frame.
Fizzy looking for 15th tour title, 4th major here today. Lock Hall of Famer. There's a 10 pin. Not what you wanted though to start the 10th. Won the USBC Queens in this building. 2018, a lot of success at the stadium.
She has, and I think she was just outside the number of both events. And a question I raised is it an advantage to have a day off and come back and bowl this event? Was it an advantage for women to bowl more games every single day? 50-50 question, 50-50 answer.
7 pin this time.
200 on the nose.
17 pin fill. That is what is needed for Stephanie Zavala, the Rookie of the Year, to move on. It will end the dream for Shannon O'Keefe to win Player of the Year and make Brianna Cote.
Yeah, strike
Player
7 pins.
Of the Year.
Strike 7 pins does it. If she spares, she'll just need a good fill. Only 17. She struck last time on the right lane.
Strikes here.
17, 184. Just stay clean, keep your feet behind the foul line. Stephanie Zavala will go on to see Diana Zavialova. What a great shot. I have to mention, you know, we talk about this on the ladies tour. There's one player that has everyone's number, and I hate to say it, but I think Stephanie Zavala is Shannon O'Keefe's number. Every time she faces her, Zavala has come out on top. Both great athletes, great bowlers, great opening first match. Just 7 pins
to win. And Brianna Cote is Player of the Year. She will get 9. She'll have the win. And it's official now. Brianna Cote is the 2021 PWBA Tour Player of the Year. Shannon O'Keefe will fall to the Rookie of the Year, Stephanie. An impressive outing again. It's going to be the Z's in the next matchup. We had that at the U.S. Open as well in Rohnert Park.
We did, yes.
Zavialova. Killer Z's.
Didn't need it.
This one's over. Zavialova, Kelly. Next, going to be great to watch.
Yeah, Stephanie Zavala closes out the match. Diana Z on a hot streak with her major presence. Second match coming up.
Stephanie Zavala gets a 3-pin win over Shannon O'Keefe to advance to face Diana Zavialova in the next match. Certainly has been a great year for Stephanie. Let's hear her tell us all about the Rookie of the Year season.
Not many people can say that their job is doing what they love. I knew I wanted to do this for the rest of my life as long as I was capable, and just worked harder and harder, got a college scholarship, and now I'm out here. I saw that Rookie of the Year trophy. It's been on my mind every day since I won back in Ohio. After my first title, it was like, okay, great. I I did it. I know that I'm not just out here chasing this completely insane dream.
And a title, Zavala. Bang! She wants to be Rookie of the Year. That's why she's out here.
When bowling was taken away from me, I felt lost. I didn't know what to do. I felt like I no longer had a place. And I remember taking apart my couch cushions, grabbing a bowling ball, and I was practicing my release on couch cushions. Once we were able to have spectators, it felt like I finally had a piece of home with me. As soon as I won, I look over at my mom and she's crying, and you know, Chris is getting teary-eyed. It was the coolest thing ever to see them be that proud of me. It finally felt like I was where I was meant to be.
17-pin lead, and a huge shot. It does. One great pocket.
I was happy to finally be able to be out here. You know, 2020 got canceled, and to just finally say that I made a living doing what I loved, I'm going to look back and I'm just going to have the biggest smile on my face because of that. As far as Rookie of the Year goes, that was always my goal. You know, we always try to shoot for the stars here, and if you tell me I can't do something, I'm going to do everything I can to prove you wrong.
Shooting for the stars, Kel, no question about that. Since 2015, the relaunch of the Women's Tour, Stephanie joined some very impressive company.
Yeah, look at the international players. Niwei Fen from Singapore, Daria Payok obviously from Poland, Valerie Bercier, last year's Rookie of the Year of 2019, the last season from Canada. Stephanie joining the ranks, and of course Jordan Richard, the dominant year she had. But Stephanie Zavala won 3 titles this year, looking for her 4th, which would be a record and a major in that.
Greater Cleveland Open, BVL Open, and the Reno Classic here at the stadium. Next up, though, Diana Zavjalova, head-to-head. What a matchup on the way here on CBS Sports Network. Recently, the National Bowling Stadium celebrated its 25th anniversary by unveiling a $4.5 million renovation. The improvements include new lighting, improved seating, upgrades to the 4th floor, which now allow for more corporate events and vendor exhibits. More than 7.4 million games have been bowled at the stadium. The latest upgrades will definitely make the upcoming USBC championship tournaments a must-attend. And Kel, you know, just a legendary bowling venue here, truly a national bowling landmark.
Yeah, 95 was when this building was built, opened with a Team USA event. But going right now to our stepladder performance, Stephanie Zavala just beating out Shannon O'Keefe 203 to 200. She's going up against Diana Zavjalova, and then waiting in the windows will be Shannon Blahowski all the way to our top competitor, Brianna Cote.
Some ghost back there.
Ooh, spooky.
Diana Zavjalova.
And they stood up to clap. I love it.
Might be some PWBA players
Could be some
in
haunting
those
going
costumes, yeah, pretty sure. As we talked about it, home to Latvia, first time since COVID recently. New look hair, glasses. Same great game, though. Zavjalova starts her day perfectly.
Diana put on a performance in this building as well. She was the leader after round 2 of match play, scoring very well, averaging 223 with a 16-7-1 match play record. Will she be a match for the Rookie of the Year, Stephanie Zavala? Close average 224, just 1 pin difference in average overall.
Three-pin victory over O'Keefe. First match comes in high. It's trouble.
3-4-10. Very difficult conversion. Ball just never stopped. And what I mean is, watch the ball continues to hook all the way down the lane. It keeps going more towards the 4-pin than anything else. Nasty, nasty split. Has to fit the ball through the 310, just light enough to slide it over to take out pin number 2.
Zavjalova, head-to-head. Really tough conversion. Let's see. Just a 10. So another open, but she had that in her first match early as well in the second frame, with Shannon O'Keefe and rallied to win that. Now, these two did go head-to-head. You and I called it. Rohnert Park, U.S. Women's Open, a 220 to 199 win for Zavala in Rohnert Park, California. And Stephanie lost to Shannon Blahowski in the second match, 279 to 11, when the lefty had a 9-bagger. Bring it 10-pin, good shot. I don't think Stephanie's intimidated by anyone.
I don't think so either. She was very focused, just watching her interview about the Rookie of the Year and everything, living her dream, capping it off. Obviously, we'll be winning here tonight. But she's so focused. She's in a bit of her own world, her own little zone. She doesn't really hang out with a lot of different women. She kind of goes off with her friends to the side, really more introverted, keeps to herself, keeps her focus.
No problem, 10-pin, single-pin, spare conversion. She told us last night, I don't doubt myself at all. For me, it's not facing O'Keefe or Zavialova, it's facing myself. And competing with what is happening on the lanes in front of me. It's a veteran approach for such a young player.
Yeah, very mature for her age. And with her win in the first event here, she told us she's playing on house money. So she feels very calm, very relaxed, very easygoing. But Diana might put some pressure on her early on, looking for a double in the first 2 frames. High shot, 4-7. You could see Diana's angles are straighter through the front. Zavala going more coast to coast, as we often hear that phrase, more left to right. Diana's definitely more direct, 16, 17 the arrows. And again, you're going to be looking at the indicator right about 40 to 43 feet. That's been the zone. It's a 40-foot pattern, so the ball's going to continue for about 3 more feet past the end of the pattern. High hit, 4-7.
4-7 got that, no problem. Well, Shannon O'Keefe did not win against Zavala in the first match, but presented by Robin Graves of the USBC, does win the PWBA Tour High Average of the Year award. Congrats to Shannon.
She pulled great all season. All season long. Looking to continue her reign as she goes into the 2022 season.
Focus now on the McKendree Bearcats, and she said, we've got an NCAA championship level team again. Diana returns and leaves the 4-7.
Not sure what happened there. That looked very consistent to her last shot on the left lane. Now again, because Stephanie is covering so much boards, it's going to move the oil around, so you might get a little early hook. Again, 16, 17, just slightly right of the indicator, which again was good, but the ball definitely checked up earlier and rolled forward faster to leave that high hit. Have to chase it left or deeper inside.
4-7 got that. In the U.S. Women's Open telecast, Cal, we talked a lot about the mental health for Diana, and something she's worked on, a sports psychologist from Latvia. They Zoom a couple times a week, speaking her native language, and she's made some big progress.
She has. Every time she stepped into the building, it was like a new event. Even from match play round to the next round, it was like a new event. Stay patient, stay positive. Those were her 2 keys to be successful this week. Not get over energized if she had a bad game or a bad block. That's got to get back.
It doesn't get back.
Yeah, proves to be a little bit more challenging. Stephanie came up high, makes the move, so she leaves the 2-3-10. Typically on a move, when you leave the 3-6-10, it's about a 5-board move. She's already sliding 35 there with her feet. So her laydown point has to be 28, gets it all the way to board 3-4. Stronger engine in that core and that bowling ball just doesn't have enough to get back.
1, 2, 4, 10. Lot up. 10-pin stands, open frame.
Back-to-back opens on this right lane.
Troublesome.
Yeah, and again, I question now she can continue to go further left. I would go to something, a cleaner cover that pushes through the front and the mid lane. There's a higher viscosity of oil in the front, which wants to really tread and track that bowling ball and slow it down as soon as it's released off the hand. So I could possibly see a ball change coming up. I thought it in the first game, but again, she defies what most women do out here on tour. She's an anomaly.
She and Julia Bond have 3 titles each to lead the way on tour this season. Zavala comes in high again, 3-6-10.
Look, so 20, 25, 30. She's about 32 when she starts with her feet. Her first step is at 30. And again, I'm looking at the dots. She's right around 33, going through 22 at the arrows. Roughly, the ball is 6 to 7 boards spread, maybe 5 for the highly skilled professionals. From there, your laydown point to where it's going at the arrows all the way to the break point.
Covers nicely and takes care of the spare, but loses count. And you can tell the look on both lanes right now for Stephanie challenging. Here's a chance for Diana to take advantage.
Yes, it is. Clean through 3 frames. If you fill frames, chances are you're going to advance.
She talked about last night with us, my mind wanders sometimes. Got to focus on things at hand. The shot I'm throwing, otherwise things go sideways. So here's the big test.
It's got to push.
Doesn't.
4, 6, 7. And again, to the folks watching, tuning in, scores were really, really high this week. I mean, 250 average, 245 average by Brianna Cote. Scores were really high. We come to this pair, we see topography. One lane hooks a little bit more than the other. It changes the reaction overall. And what gets used to being so comfortable all of a sudden is now giving you a different picture that you have to try to focus in.
Open frame.
On a lighter note, I did ask her about her hair. She goes, here, feel it. I thought it looked kind of heavy, you know, thinking it would strain her neck and physically overall for being on your feet all day long. She goes, no, very, very light. So she really enjoys the new hairstyle.
Fantastic look. Love it. Trying to bounce back from the open.
Moves deeper.
Better shot. Better result.
You could see she was about 16 at the arrows. Now she's about 2 more deeper at the arrows. Break point roughly is going to stay the same overall no matter what angle you're going to attack it from. 10 straight back. And mentioning on a high note, Dave, I hope you don't mind, but Tennille Milligan is our PWBA tour director. She couldn't be here this week because her husband had been exposed to COVID, and I just wanted to shout out to Tennille. We miss you. What a great job you've done for the ladies and for this organization, and we miss you being out here this week. So
well, ball's well taken for sure.
Light 10-pin for Zavala, which is better than the 2 open frames she's had previously on this lane. Look, sliding 35, 20 at the arrow, so 28 to 20 to 4, 5. That is a lot of boards to cover.
Committed to that look.
Yeah, she did. Every time she just keeps chasing it further and further left. Now it's just a matter of matching up with her reaction. I really do feel a ball change has to come into play.
Has a 10-pin, but can't really take great advantage of Diana's open. Let's keep things very interesting in our second match. Zavala 3-pin win over O'Keefe in match 1, securing Cote's Player of the Year honor.
And the only other lady that might be as deep or deeper than her would have been Daria Payok. High rev rate, a lot of rotation.
Wow. Really good shot, ring and 10-pin.
Okay, so 2 great back-to-back shots, right, Dave? This is how I analyze it. She's made the move. She continues to go left. Now she goes flat 10, ring 10. How many more frames? Patiently try to wait. You can't make the ball work, so I do feel she has to change. Something cleaner cover. She used another same type of core or engine in that ball, but with a cleaner pearlized cover. Maybe something to go to. She's running out of frames.
6th show of the year. Tied for first on the tour. 10-pin, hangs on, got it. Midway point, match 2. Z versus Z. Zavala, Zavyalova, head-to-head. Who wins? Stay with us to find out.
Diana Zavyalova has a 13-pin lead with a strike in the 5th frame. Going to get up looking for a double in the 6th and 7th frame. Commanding lead over Zavala. Glenda Beckett, our USBC Delegate Board of Directors member. She will be later on the telecast presenting our trophy to our champion. But waiting in the wings, Miss Shannon Plahowski. Shannon, welcome. My
Thanks,
question to you, you said it last night in the interview. Do I practice a lot? Do I not practice a lot? How am I going to break them down? What was your strategy, knowing you're the only lefty on the show, going into tonight's telecast?
We decided we weren't going to practice very much over there, just kind of see what the pair was doing. So shot a few spares, threw a few strike shots, but not very many.
All right, I like the strategy. We look forward to seeing in the upcoming round, see who you face in this next championship match.
Thanks, Kel.
Oh, it was great to see Shannon here, the lefty, looking for another major. She has not been in the winner's circle in a long, long time. Maybe this is her night in Reno.
See who she faces in that semifinal match coming up. But first, Diana Zavyalova working on a strike in the 5th frame, steps up in the 6th frame, leads by 13 pins.
Strike here, it's 23. Every shot's a big shot now. Diana, that looked a little high, and the result is not great. The 4-7-10.
Tough leave. Watching Diana in her pass, and from what I've observed of her game and everything else, physically she's sound as can be. She's 18 at the arrow, same as the left lane, but doesn't quite project it as far right. You still have to get it to that 7-8 zone and so forth, but I feel she kind of tries to fit the 1-3 so well, whereas often enough the mixer strikes carry, hit it late, let them fight, shake it up a little bit. Definitely needs a bigger move.
A lot to cover and leaves 2, so loses count as well. 2013 USBC Queens champ in the Vegas area. She won it as well in Baton Rouge. We call that, Kel, 2017. It's not won on tour since 2018. Of course, 2020 didn't happen because of COVID, but this is a really talented bowler to go so long between wins.
Well, in her first half of a season, she said it herself, was not very successful. Kind of struggled a lot, didn't make a lot of cuts, but the second half has been a huge turnaround, a big flip for her.
Follow the PWBA on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and bowltv.com to keep up with the greatest women bowlers in the world. Get the latest video highlights and news each week to follow your favorites, like Kelly Kulick.
Oh,
You're my
thanks,
favorite.
Dave.
I mean, it's always great to broadcast with you. I want to broadcast your wins, of course.
I know.
And you did win on tour this year. Congrats. It's awesome.
Someone said, he goes, are you commentating the show? And I said, I hope not. I want to be on it.
Whoa, watch out. Wide right. 1, 2, 4. Zavala misses the mark.
Yeah, there was the ball change. So same engine. Now just went to a cleaner cover. 19-20 at the arrow, still getting it. Okay, here's the zone here. She's getting it. Look, there's board 3. The ball has to start changing direction in that little pocket down there. Goes a little bit too long. Burns up. Leaves the 1-2-4. I did say there was a little bit of room for error, but not a lot. We think about, each board is 1 1/16 inches wide. You miss by 1 board, you miss by 2 boards, 2 inches, but anything past that 3 zone, you better have a lot of rev rate to get it back, or just not enough to kind of push it forward. 251 average. And she shot 217 the last game. I think she had 821 for the first 3. I wasn't bowling in the same building. She was just on a roll.
After the 96, right?
Yeah.
I mean, not 196. I still can't believe the number. It happened, and she's on the show, and she might win this one too. 7-pin.
I've said it before, usually in this building, in the stadium, the straighter you can play, the more success you will have. When you tend to cover a large range of the lane itself, more things can come up as obstacles along the way.
She talked about that 96 game with us last night. It's pretty incredulous. It was just a disaster. But again, that just shows the mental fortitude to come back and bowl so well after that.
Uh-oh.
Whoa!
In trouble there.
Whiff 7-pin open, her 3rd open frame of this match, and now she's in a hole.
Yeah, but both women are fighting it out. And again, the scores are really great this week. Don't discount just this one shot, what's happening right now in this show. The ladies are really struggling hard to figure out, find the shape along the way. The moves were a little bit easier. They were 2-1s or 2-0s, and I think they need to be bigger right now in the telecast. 5-2s, more steeper through the front, creating a larger angle and more skid down the lane.
Diana trying to take advantage. Can't hit that 1-3 pocket. 3-6-10 up.
Shaking her head. I mean, she did. She's moving. It's just not enough. And this is, it comes the difficulty. You move, and I call it kind of like a red flag. All of a sudden, you think you make the right move and something else happens along the way. So that means it's either a ball change, an angle change, or possibly both. Keep going left, whereas the women went right. And I think Brianna Cote and Shannon Plahowski, when they come on this next telecast or next match, you're going to see they're trying to play a lot straighter through the front.
We thought, based on the lane conditions, might see some really high scores, maybe get a possible 300, at least close to it. It's been more of a slugfest. We talked about battle with those ghosts watching. We saw a couple in the commercial break. Verdi Crowley, Daria Payot, might be two of them.
I was going to come as the invisible woman. You never would have saw me.
Never.
Trips the 4-pin. Trying to push the ball down the lane. Keeps everything straight in front of her. Strikes in the 9th frame. Takes a lead of 14 pins. Watch right here. 19, 20. She gets it to 10. I mean, the women are hitting that tracer perfectly almost every single time. Ball rolls forward, able to trip the 4-pin, which is a good hit if you can catch it. Diana has that ball roll for it. Maybe this will give her some momentum going into the last frame.
Another great finish here.
Another ball change for Zavala.
No strikes in the game. Time would be right now. 10-pin nudged, does not fall.
Nasty 10-pin. So what I saw is she wanted to chase it left. Looks like she got a little bit cleaner ball again. Went back further to the right. You could see the ball roll a little bit more forward, kind of go towards the 9-pin when the ball hits the pins. Leaves that nasty 10-pin to stand.
Watch it. Got that. Diana has 4 strikes in the match, but going 0 in the strike category and still being right there in the last couple frames. Impressive.
Just no momentum to build off of. You want to catch the double. You're looking for 3 in a row. Get the 4th in a row somewhere along the way.
Frames in the 1st, 3rd, 8th, but still in it. Nice shot.
She strikes out here, she'll shoot 166. That's her max score. So, wow, big change in scores. Transition, as we call it on the ladies tour. You see it in league at well as home. All those viewers, you have a transition too. Kind of wonder where the ball reaction goes. Looking for a double in the 10th frame.
Big shot, big strike.
Needed it. Needed it right there at 166 if she catches this 3rd one. She's going to force Diana to show up in the 10th frame. Diana will have to mark in the 10th frame in order to advance and face against Shannon Plahowski.
Another big shot for the 3-time winner on tour. Misses the mark.
164. Diana still needs to mark in the 10th frame. Looking at her, she went 7 spare, 7-1, 7-2 in her previous frames.
That's all she needs. Advance to take on Shannon Plahowski, our lone lefty, here in Reno tonight. Needs the mark. Has the strike, has the win. Diana Zavjalova is through to the next round, climbing the ladder. got to feel good to sing your own strike song after a win, right? That's what you want.
Yeah, I have a grudge with Jason Thomas. He was playing some 80s Walkman disco thing the other night when I did strike 1 or 2 times, and Diana's got some really upbeat music, so more relaxed.
Pump of the fist for Diana because she is advanced. Knocks off the Rookie of the Year, Stephanie Zavala, to take on the lefty Shannon Pluhowski, who hasn't won in so long. Could this be her night? We'll find out. Great match on the way. Kelly can't wait.
I'm looking forward to it, Dave. The lefty against Zavyalova.
Dennis Zavyalova has advanced 190-164. Off to the next round to take on the lefty Shannon Pluhowski. The PWBA Fall Classic consisting of today's event, 2 others, all held here at the National Bowling Stadium. There's Kelly. Reno Classic, contested from the 24th to the 26th. Stephanie Zavala nailed down Rookie of the Year. 207-194 win over Player of the Year. Brianna Cote, Stephanie's 3rd title of the season. And earlier this week, the PWBA Pepsi Classic played saw Julia Bond throw 6 consecutive strikes. At the end to take home her 3rd title. There's Julia. 3 other contestants. She won that one 234-222 over Maria Jose Rodriguez. Maria, tough 7-10 late after a great strike streak. That was what did her in that match. 234-222, 3rd title, Julia Bond on the season. Here tonight watching as well. Julia Bond and Zavala only 25 years old. Youngsters on tour. The Bowl TV highlight of the week. Young stars, great to watch them have so much success. These two have had a lot of success as well. Zavyalova, Pluhowski, righty, lefty, head-to-head, next. Women's bowling and the USBC lost 2 of their biggest supporters in the past month with the passing of Hall of Famers Elaine Hagan and Joyce Deitch. Both served more than 30 years with the Women's International Bowling Congress, were trailblazers in many ways. Joyce served as president for 9 years. Elaine, a board member and national chair of the Bowlers to Veterans Link. We send our deepest condolences to both of their families.
Yeah, Dave, I look at the picture of these both women, and they were advocates for me when I was just coming out of college, stepping into my shoes on the PWBA Tour. They helped me along the way, not only on the lanes, but off the lanes. And wow, what fantastic women, heroic women in the industry of bowling.
Our bracket as we resume action here in Reno. Diana Zavyalova, a winner for the Rookie of the Year. Stephanie Zavala. So Diana Shannon head-to-head. Righty, lefty. What a matchup.
Right out of the gate, Diana has a ball change. Didn't have a very good score. She did strike on the right lane. All 3 strikes coming on that right lane. She's going to kick off the match. Means she will finish the match in the 10th frame.
Grind out. Challenging win over Zavala. To get to this point, Diana, her 2nd match, great start.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our number 2 seed from Dayton, Ohio, Shannon Pluhowski.
Looks for a 2nd major. It's been a while since Shannon has won on tour. Has not won since the relaunch in 2015. 3rd show of the year. 4th at the Lincoln Open. 3rd we saw her in Rohnert Park at the U.S. Women's Open. Here's Shannon. Wow! Rushes the 1-2 pocket. Those pins had no chance.
Shannon's in her comfort zone.
Many of our bowlers today have a 300 game, $10,000 bonus from GoBowling.com. Love to see it. Not easy. Challenging conditions, as we've seen so far. Shannon, wow, there's a good start.
High flush. So her strategy when we interviewed her, Dave, remember she said she didn't have a lot of practice shots. I watched her off the TV pier earlier. Ball started to hook very, very early. Maybe by not having as much friction built in, she's able to play straighter longer. Watch high flush on the 1-2 pocket. I'm going to stick with my gut here. Straighter is greater. But again, Diana made the ball change, so leading just through 2 frames is Shannon. Diana, who struck 3 times in the 10th frame, looking to double up.
Okay.
Tied ball game.
Here come the strikes. Good start this match. So I'm really interested going back to your interview with Shannon about why she wouldn't practice so much. Why would she not put as many practice balls as possible off lanes?
Well, the scenario in match play, Dave, was since she's the only lefty in the field, every time she went to a new match, it was a fresh pair. So she always knew what she had to deal with. She could see the strategy over long, how it was going to play, if it was going to hook more or hook less. So I really feel it's a good strategy and investment going into this semifinal match that there's less lineage on the lane. She could play straighter, longer, and have better pin carry.
Do we stay perfect early? We do.
Some key points to look for where the bowler is sliding at the arrows 18. Same thing, 8-9 is a good zone for the ball to get right at that tracer mark. High flush shot.
21 years on Team USA. I mean, you know her so well.
Yeah.
What a tremendous contributor. Shannon Bluchowski. Whoa, man. Nothing but shrapnel in the pit, Kelly.
Yeah, when we say, how long have you been on Team USA, Shannon? She goes, forever. 4-step approach. Standard style, feet together. Ball's pushed away, past the knee at the 2nd step. She's heel toe here. These are the 2 steps you're looking for. All this power, compactness in her body and her legs. High back swing, right arm out in front. And she lets her left shoulder drop underneath because her right arm does not recoil at all. A lot of power in those 4 steps.
Whoa, balk there, and she'll reset.
I think she hit her leg.
Might hurt. She won her major here, 2006 USBC Queens in Reno.
15 years later.
Trying to do it again. Really good shot. Oh!
And the 8-pin falls.
The 8-pin. Tim Burr, down it goes.
Wow, ball goes past the 8-pin. Messenger from the sidewall. Yep, she liked it.
Oh, yeah. Zapialva started 3 for 8 on strikes. Since the 9th frame of the last match, 7 for 7. Says A statistician Cecil Scarborough. Thanks, Cease. Looking to stay perfect in the game. Not this time. There goes the bonus. There goes the 300 game. 4-7 stand.
Yeah, and to reiterate, I remember I said earlier in the telecast, Dave, you could miss right down the lane. You really couldn't miss in front of you. And that one was definitely about 2 boards inside of her target at the arrow zone. Did not float down the lane or clearly push, is some of the terminology we use out here. 4-7 lead.
Diana now lives in Fort Worth, Texas. We talked about being from Riga, Latvia originally. Back for a couple of weeks after not being home, see family and friends. Her grandmother Lydia passed away in the last year. She was not able because of COVID to be with family for that. A lot of closure for her, she told us last night. There's the 4-7 in a much better place on many levels after getting back to see family. Just imagine being here in the U.S. and you can't go to your native country to see your family after you lose your grandmother. It's just
there was a lot
tough.
of devastation everywhere across the globe in 2020 and 2021. But she has her green card. She feels comfortable. Everything's good. She's able to stay in Texas, practice, work on her craft. Very happy. Light 7-pin. That one floated much more easily down the lane. Maybe a little bit too much. Pocket hit still. Light 7-pin lead.
So how do you change gears, Kel, when you're striking the way she was, 9 in a row over 2 games? Then things get a little challenging as the lanes transition. What's your mindset like?
You're always trying to find a clear picture. Okay, you can rely on your skills as a bowler and as an athlete to execute. You're looking for the shapes and the reaction of the ball and what it's telling you to do. So you want to make those red flags and open sea where everything flows and you find that clarity, you find that rhythm, and everything just starts to sink in again.
Open sea, I like that. Good analogy, Coach.
Thank you. Shannon P, 4 in a row, working on 5.
Yeah, I'm trying to go up by 23 pins here. Family and friends watching, seeing another great shot.
Now she's close, she's borderline. Left the 8-pin on the left lane, trips the 6-8 now. Her footing slide, she's laying it down about 6-4. High hit, 6-8 fall late. So because she's throwing urethane, high texture ball wants to roll immediately at your feet when you release it. Early hook, maybe a 1-in-1 move. Keep it with her. She had a great showing at the US Open. Took some time off, didn't bowl all the events. Change of life along the way. 5 in a row, can she make it a 6-pack?
Front 6, yes! Late trip 10, down it goes.
Now
and
she's got the
looking
momentum.
good.
That one got a little wide left. You can see it gets to about, 3-ish. With the extra extension. Head pin off the sidewall, comes back, mix up with the 6 to hit the 3. And the head pin takes out the 10-pin.
I mean, she's got power going through that pocket, Kelly. Wow. Tough for the pins to stand up. So if y'all have a 33-pin hole, really needs a rally. Not the way to do it. 3, 6, 7, 10.
Well, when I talked about the lane pattern earlier, I kind of said there was a little bit of extra oil in the middle, but the pattern is still flat. And what that means, at the end of the cliff, the ball sees the end of the cliff, and right there, it hooks immediately. So you have a little bit more free push in the middle, but you still have to create the proper angle with the steepness to allow the ball to float down the lane. I said, you can miss right, down the lane, not in front of you left.
Tough conversion. Can't get it. Spraying cross deck toward the 7. Open frame and on the bench. Wachowski sees the lead. Balloon to 48 pins. Talked to Shannon last night. It's been so long since she won, but you talked about it. I mean, she was married July 4th. You were there at the wedding.
She knows.
Carrie's here. Her dad is here. So many things with their kids going so well. Work. Very comfortable. Looks great here so far.
Now see again, that was a great shot by Diana. And I want to point out, very, very flush into the pocket. What I found for myself personally, I know I'm not the same style bowler, but when I would do that, I'd have to move at least 1 or 2 more boards. You don't want to have to try to fit it and make it so it doesn't have to be a perfect strike. It just has to be an X on the board. I would make a move off that shot.
Front 6. Looking to go 7 for 7. Go up by 58 pins. Wachowski, yeah. Wasn't perfect. Gets all 10 down. That's all that matters.
Do you see an X up there, Dave?
I
think
see
I
an
do.
X. I see it.
5 at the arrows, 3. She's at the same distance. Okay, it's 40, 43 feet, no matter how you look at it, right or left side. You can see the green pin on the ball as it's rolling more forward. It deflects because it's not going to have a lot of flare in the back portion of the lane. Look, good for 8 in a row.
The lefty goes for the front 8. Yeah, that was perfection.
All right, Dave, so as I point out about Shannon and Diana, You could see Shannon, she's right around here, 5 at the arrows. The ball starts to roll, but it's not violent. It's slow and subtle. Now Diana's trying to go 18 at the arrows, but if she's jamming it, it's high in the head pin. She needs to get to about 20, to about 8, give a little bit more freedom in this oil path to create that length down the lane.
Let's see if she does just that.
Oh, ring 10.
Good shot, ring a 10 pin.
She made the move. That was it. But Shannon has just such a commanding lead. Now you just want to sit back and see what Shannon can do. Not over yet, down by 68, of course.
Ten-pin spare. And Diana looked up to her reps and friends in the crowd watching after the 8th straight strike from Shannon. Kind of shook her head like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
What am I going to do against that?
Well, now Diana, she's going to finish at her frame. She's going to sit back and see if Shannon's going to shoot 300 on this live telecast for a perfect game and that bonus that you mentioned earlier, Dave.
$10,000, gobowling.com on the line.
There's the float.
Today.
Light 2-pin. She's shaking her head, just kind of didn't see the clearest picture along the way. But again, Diana bowled great all week long. Finishing 3rd here at the PWBA Tour Championship. She'll take home a nice paycheck, as well as the other ladies. Thank you, PWBA, Bowling Proprietors Association of America, and USBC for this prize fund in the Ladies Tour.
All right, how about some history?
This would be the part of the treat of the trick.
No question. Nothing like a 300 game. This is for 9. Shannon Plahowski has 9.
Slides about 12, a little bit inside. But Shannon's so firm with her ball speed, and the faster the speed, the more the ball stays on line. 9 in a row, looking for number 10.
There have been 5 prior PWBA televised 300 games. Could be number 6 here in Reno. Looks for number 10. Has number 10. Oh, man. She's cooking now.
Can see
Match
wife
is long
Carrie in the
over.
background.
There's wife
shaking her
Carrie.
head. Dad Nick right
Dad
next to
Nick
her.
is here, arrived today. Oh, man. A little nervous back there.
Well, Shannon's no stranger to 300 games. She's had a lot of perfect games in her career in league, competition, global, internationally, but never won on live television. I'm rooting for her half to when you're coming for perfection. Dasha Kovalova was the last one we saw when she won back in Louisville.
Call that. That was fun. Looks for another.
Got to push.
Shannon, no. 6-pin, good shot. Doesn't get 11. Has the win, though. That's the most important thing. Take on the Player of the Year. Super Southpaw Kelly here in Reno. That was some great bowling.
High scores back at the U.S. Open with the other run there. 289 here, working on that momentum. Can Brianna Cote take her down?
Oh, Shannon Plahowski came pretty close. Kelly almost a 300 game. Would have been the 6th live televised PWBA Tour. Perfect game. Let me check the BPAA moment of the match. Not quite.
Yeah, Dave. Front 10 looking for number 11. Just a bit high, but Shannon was like a robot in this match, stringing those 10 strikes in a row. That BPA moment of the match, finishing a score of 289 to Diana Zavialova's 199. Can she remain on this hot streak? Brianna Cote dominated all week long in both events, ended this tour championship. She's looking for her first major, a $50,000 first place prize fund. Who's going to take it?
beautiful Reno, Nevada, the Truckee River. About some kayaking. Kelly, you a kayaker?
Yeah,
I
just for fun.
love that. Biggest old city in the world. That's a big trophy right there on the line. Big prize money as well. $50,000 to the winner. Championship match is here.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our #1 seed from Tucson, Arizona, Brianna Cote.
Player of the year.
And it's not like she came out of nowhere. She's been consistent all season long. One point and one fact I didn't point out, her and Zavala faced off or made 3 telecasts together. They made it in Cleveland together. They made it here in Reno. And there was one other time we're on the same show. Both making it tonight, but Brianna, of course, the #1 seed. First frame.
Second time this year, top seed. Cote starts her day. Whoa, that's not the hit you wanted at all.
3, 4, 6, 7. Brianna, typically she stayed straight all week long. She started to go left in our interviews. We chased it left, which was most common on this pattern, what I thought. But it got in trouble for her. She went back to the right and she stayed there almost the last 18 or 20 games of match play. Why she's here tonight. Will that strategy play to an advantage for her?
Tough conversion, to say the least, for the first frame, and only gets a 7-pin count. So not a great start. She's been watching, waiting patiently as the top seed. Learned she was player of the year during the show. I mean, that's just a lot of unique factors going on for Brianna here. See if Shannon can stay hot. Blahowski. Could have been a lot worse, 6'10".
Yes, it could have. Light hit, high hit again for the 6'10". She's going to use her speed to try to keep it on line. That ball just read about 2 feet too soon. Right in the same zone, 5, 4 to 3. You can see the ball just picked up way, way sooner. Again, urethane has an effect to do that. Doesn't change direction down the lane, but more in the front and mid lane. Clean frame for Shannon, frame #1.
Talked yesterday about really enjoying being out here bowling now. Has other employment opportunities, so it's not full time, although she'll be at a lot. As she said to us yesterday on tour in 2022, that's good news.
She did. She questioned it, you know, a little more at 3/4 of the way through the season. She wasn't going to come back and bowl, just wasn't very happy or comfortable out here. Had success at the Open, got a new job, married, everything's going her way. And now she comes back and she's looking to see if she can win her first title since 2015.
Wow, about that.
2005, 15 years. That's what I meant to say.
Been a long time.
My math was a bit off.
It's okay. It's okay. Brianna's family drove hours from Tucson to here in Reno to watch her compete throughout the week. 3 events, Fall Classic. Wants to cap it off for the win.
Trips the 2-pin. So yeah, Brianna's in her own little zone over here. Most of the ladies started deeper inside. She's trying to create some area for herself. Very tall in her upright stance. 5-step approach. First step, gets the ball in the swing. Low backswing. Very, very low backswing compared to most of the other ladies. Just below her head. Drives with her leg. And again, elbow follows through almost to her target as she fully bends it. Her break point shifted a bit to the right. She was in a zone all to herself during match play. Other straighter players could be on top of her.
She's been in the championship match in this building before for a major. Oh, look out. The
Left lane struggle.
4-10 split. 2018 USBC Queens lost to Shannon O'Keefe. Championship match in the stadium.
Yeah, so her strategy has been to play much further right, you know, kind of 6-7, 7-8 up the lane, not so much more left to right. I know she's using a weaker ball that allows her to stay on top of it longer, but the ball is clearly not slowing down. It's still, she has a choice. Try to get either further right and throw it harder, or she's going to have to chase it left and see if she can get a little bit more left to right. She did take a few practice shots during the commercial to see if she could play a little bit more left to right.
Not the start at all she wanted as the top seed. She is in a hole by 25 pins already in the early going. Shannon Blahowski at the front 10. Remember, we had 9-bagger in the U.S. Open show. She ended up losing. But a lot of success on TV for Shannon. Continues to blitz the 1-2 pocket. I mean, what a look she's got, Kelly.
Yeah, she does. The left side is a little bit more favorable right now. Again, she's between 6, 5, and 4. She's got about a 2-board area. She's got a little miss to the left, and she gets the recovery. Not so much hold in front of her. She's playing to her strength, straight up the lane. Urethane cover. And when she started striking in match play, she never really stopped. Same as Brianna Cote. Looking for 3 in a row.
Another strike for Blahowski. Bowl TV delivers live multi-channel coverage of the PWBA Tour, Team USA, and USBC Collegiate and Youth Tournaments. Plus, watch hours of new instructional videos, classic bowling telecast, and behind-the-scenes content each month. Visit bowltv.com to subscribe today. Bowling lives here.
Brianna, I have to mention, now Brianna and Shannon were teammates, Team USA, both ladies on our team. Brianna just got back from Colombia, where Team USA won gold in the PAVCON Championships.
Colombia. All right, trip 10. That's much better after the pair of opens early for Brianna here.
Okay, she's sliding about 12, 13, right about 6. You can see she's got a green thumb hole, so you can see her rotating down the lane, so it tries to stand up a little bit more. So see, it's kind of spinny, then it starts to roll forward. Great way to read ball reaction for those of you watching in the back. That's what the ball reps look for as the ball is traveling down the lane. She's gonna stick with the same ball? I think so. Let's see what the move is. Moves further left. Ooh, almost a 2-8-10.
2-8 double wood instead.
Yeah. So she goes further left. See the ball spinning and just stands up forward a little bit too late. This is where the scenario when I'm bowling myself. If the lane was about 5 feet to 8 feet longer, probably would have been pocket strike for sure. She's moving left. She's gonna have to ball up and make a ball change or something. It's just not a clear picture again. I would say she has to go to a stronger ball if she's gonna move left. Even though it's hooking at her toe. Bigger move and have the ball slow down and shape sooner.
Covers 2-8, nicely done. Since the relaunch 2015, Liz Johnson won the first 2 Player of the Year awards, first 3. And then Shannon O'Keefe in 2018, 2019. Due to COVID, no season last year, no Player of the Year. Cote wins her first in 2021, but might be a little bittersweet the way Blahowski's bowling right now. Let's see if she can continue. Better believe it.
Four in a row for Shannon. Everything's going right for her right now. The shape looks good. The ball reaction is good. She can throw it hard. She's in her comfort zone. She's playing out towards the gutter. When you're bowling for $50,000 and your second major title, first one since 2005, she feels she should feel pretty comfortable and loose. Everything's working in the right order for Shannon Blahowski.
First match for Shannon, U.S. Open, Rohnert Park, 279, 9-bagger. First game here, 289. Front 10. Continues her excellence in the championship match.
Solid shot right there, just a touch slower. Off her hand, it just wasn't as crisp. Maybe 1 mile, 1/10, 2/10 of a mile slower. Just a touch slower. Wyatt came up high, left the 6-pin.
Has a 6-pin and has a huge lead, trying to close out the Player of the Year and win a major in Reno, Nevada, and take home $50,000 on Halloween. Championship match, Shannon Blahowski has a big lead. Moments ago, Brianna Cote met with her tour rep, Sean Ryan.
Yeah. So, yeah, I moved 2-1 on the right lane, and
Yeah,
so were I 2-8? That's why I should throw the physics?
I think so.
Okay.
It'll pick up and get going.
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay. I thought I made the right move. It just
Yeah.
wasn't enough.
I just got to blend it out there. It's one
Okay.
of those things where that ball, I just don't think flares enough once you got to that spot.
Yeah, when it's getting a little bit more left. Okay.
Yep. All right.
Sounds good.
Yeah, good advice from tour rep Sean Ryan. I said she's got to go to a bigger ball, so a stronger ball in motion. We'll pick up and blend that out, see if she can get back on the strike wagon. Those ghoulie ghosts over
They're
there
really
in the background. I wonder how much candy they've gotten.
Okay. I think they know they're on camera.
Trails by 54 pin. She said she went back to the right on the right lane. Caught the strike the last time, looking for another.
Needs a strike streak. Doesn't happen.
2-4-8. This is always the challenge. You bowl 24 games, let's say 20, because Bree said she went to the right, and you stayed in a comfort zone all week long. Now you get to the telecast. The lane conditions are the same conditions, but they've changed drastically enough to make a big difference in her reaction. 10 frames, you think it's enough, but she's really, the analogy is, I hate to say it, she's fishing. She's just trying to find the right bait that's going to work, meaning right the ball, right part of the lane that's going to get her to the pocket consistently.
Covers a 2-4-8 nicely. But she does not need spares.
No, she needs to put some more X's on the boards. 7th frame, down by 57. Ball change here. This was the scenario, going to a stronger ball, meaning a stronger core inside the ball itself, stronger cover as well. Pin down, the ball is going to bleed out nice and slow, be very slow response. Oh, leaves a 7-pin standing. Right change, right change.
Right change, but no break. And the lead increases for Shannon on the bench. When she steps into the 7th, working on a spare. Inching closer to women's bowling history.
Cleans up the frame. Shannon has 2 strikes, both on the right and left lane. Dominant performance in the last semifinal match. 95% win probability.
Oh, man. That's about a lock, right? Boy. Her major in this building, 2006. She has not won on tour since 2009. Been a while.
Ooh, light
Tap on the
10 pin.
10, but not enough to knock it down.
And 2009 was the women's series, correct?
Right. Not one since the relaunch of the tour in 2015. A longtime Team USA star, tremendous bowler. Helped Nebraska win the national championship as an assistant coach. No longer there, but that was earlier this year. Great coach as well. Inducted into Ohio State USBC Hall of Fame this year. Been quite a 2021 for Shannon so far. It's about to get better.
It has. You have a roller coaster of a ride.
Mm-hmm.
Ups and downs, you know, not even ups and downs, but just left, right, zigzag around from, like you said, Dave.
Lost to Sherry Tan, eventual finalist, lefty on lefty in U.S. Women's Open. Here, she's in great shape. We mean great shape.
Yeah, max
for a major
score.
championship.
Max score for Brianna Cote is 201. Shannon's already got 178. She just adds some pins in the 9th frame. She could potentially be your 2021 PWBA Tour Championship winner.
4-bagger helped her get to this spot. 5 strikes in the match. Only 1 for Brianna. The 2 opens. Troublesome.
finds her way back in the strike board.
Planning on a vacation in Switzerland with her husband coming up.
Lives in Arizona, going to a cold climate destination. Said her and Randy haven't had a vacation in a very long time. First time she gets to get on a plane without carrying bowling balls. I gotta say, I like it too.
She's the player of the year. First time in her career. That's the good news. Bad news, running into the Super Southpaw in the championship match. 57-pin hole. Just can't find the look.
Just not going to be enough.
There's the 8-pin. As Blahowski inches closer to the title.
Looking for another.
Gets another. And that is it. It's over. Shannon Blahowski has won the 2021 PWBA Tour Championship in Reno, Nevada. A major champion for the first time since 2006. A tour champion for the first time since 2009. She's done it again. Tears of joy. A piece of women's bowling history. And $50,000 as well. Wow. The long wait is over.
It is, Dave. 15 years. Last time she won in this building, obviously the World Series, when the Women's Series was around, she won that title, like you said, in 2009. Well worth the wait. But congratulations also to Brianna Cote, Player of the Year. Dominant again, I can't say it enough, how she bowled so great in this building. But Shannon Blahowski is your 2021 Tour Championship winner.
Shannon celebrates with her family. A fantastic season for Brianna Cote. Comes to an end here in Reno tonight. Blahowski just plowing through the opposition. I mean, not close. 17 of 23 strikes for Shannon Blahowski. Wow. How do you beat that? You don't. You just don't. Great run of the Fall Classic for Brianna Cote. Made 2 or 3 shows. Top seed twice. But this is Shannon's time. Finally, she's got a trophy in her arms again. Shannon Blahowski wins the PWBA Tour Championship in Reno. What a moment for the Super Southpaw. Back in a moment, Kelly will talk to the happy winner and hand out a big check here on CBS Sports Network. Shannon Blahowski, 244-178 over Bianca Cote. An easy win in the championship match. Kelly on the lanes has the trophy presentation.
Yes. Glenda Beckett, our United States Bowling Congress Board of Directors. What would you like to say to Shannon, Glenda?
Shannon, congratulations on your win today on behalf of the United States Bowling Congress and the BPAA. We're very proud of you. Congratulations on winning the PWBA Tour Championship. And I'm not going to pick up the trophy because I understand it's heavy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Glenda. So 2 questions for you, Shannon. Do you like this building?
I do. I do love Reno and this building for sure.
Okay, and my final question, it's been 15 years since your last title. Obviously 2009 you won, but was it worth the wait? And describe in your words.
Absolutely. Been getting better on TV, inching closer. US Open was okay, but it was definitely worth the wait.
All right, and finally, to all your friends and family who are here, the kids back at home, what would you like to say to all the people you've inspired over your career?
Thank you. Thank you for believing in me. It's been a long ride, but I'm glad to be here. Thank you to Hammer. I'm Bowling, Turbo, Bowler X, PWBA, USBC, and everybody who sponsors the tour. We wouldn't be here without you guys. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, 2021 PWBA Tour Championship winner, Miss Shannon Blahowski. Happy Halloween.
Second major for the lefty. She was fantastic here in Reno. Congratulations to Shannon Blahowski, winner of the 2021 PWBA Tour Championship. Thank you for watching here on CBS Sports Network and Bowl TV throughout the past season. Coming up next, the Lucas Oil Pro Pulling League. Now for Kelly Kulick, it's Dave Ryan saying so long from the National Bowling Stadium in Reno, Nevada. For 24/7 news highlights, visit CBS Sports HQ. Been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. What a moment, what a time for Shannon Blahowski.